Historically, online dating has seemed to have copped a pretty bad rap over the years. Words like creepy and desperate are easily thrown around when talking about people who use online dating, mostly parodied as crazy cat ladies or 40-year-old virgins who still live with their parents. Unfair, yes, but when we're talking about people who are hiding behind a screen to be able to find companionship, there seems to be this question, well, what's wrong with them? But luckily, in today's world of progressive social rights, liberalisation and Beyonce, our society is starting to turn to a more open and honest conversation about intimacy and sexuality. This, coupled with our growing obsession of technology, has meant that online dating is no longer just reserved for crazy cat ladies. It's actually become a really legitimate way to foster online relationships and explore our sexuality. At this point, you might be asking, really, how much can a wink face emoji revolutionize dating as we know it? Without oversimplifying it, the technology available on the internet and dating websites has completely changed the way that individuals can navigate these relationships. Don't have a type? Algorithms can determine your suitability with a partner without them even having to waste a cheesy pickup line on you. I can talk with someone from the other side of the world, and I don't have to wait until Saturday night to go out on the prowl. Online dating is open for me 24/7. Tong, Hancock and Slatcher 2016 make the point that whilst romantic relationships have been sold to us as a kind of predetermined act of fate, choosing a life partner is such an important event in our lives that many individuals would take up that advantage and the control that online dating can give them. I mean, you don't want to get 6 months into a relationship and find out that they're not a dog person. Whilst matchmaking technology is impressive, what really strikes a chord with me is the freedom that the web has afforded us in terms of sexual expression. The internet has quite literally torn down the walls, previously keeping people from exploring certain sexual desires or fantasies. Sexuality is a wonderful, complicated, and at times intimidating concept which hasn't always been openly embraced by society, at least without sparking some kind of moral panic. At best, your individual sexuality is maybe something you've discussed with a few close friends, or that time your mum forced you to have the birds and the bees conversation. What the internet provides is an anonymous and mostly safe environment for individuals to explore their untapped sexual desires without having to commit to the social stigma or perhaps the labels that certain desires carry with them. 20 years ago, a bi-curious man would have had to venture out to a gay club to be able to experiment with other men, but today he just has to download Grindr from his living room. The fear of being seen in public experimenting with different sexualities would have hindered a lot of individuals from going out and exploring different parts of their sexuality for fear of rejection. Online dating sites targeted at the LGBTI community have made a really easy way for gay people to meet other gay people. This way you don't have to worry about, is my gaydar off tonight, or can I chat up that seemingly straight, cute girl at the bar? Tori, a young professional gay woman who was turned off the lesbian club scene, decided to try online dating to find her own Tinderella.
I first used Tinder because I didn't want to be going out and about on the gay scene. I don't really enjoy that kind of thing, and I thought it'd be a good way to meet people. I think the things that form legitimate relationships is the chemistry.
This freedom isn't exclusive to those exploring sexual preference when it comes to gender, but a whole new world of sexual desires and kinks has been opened up where online communities are open and encouraging of such expression. These online communities are dedicated to sharing stories as well as asking and giving advice to others who may share in these sexual desires or experiences, without judging race, religion, or age for that matter. Waskul 2011 even notes that participants who take part in cybersex online are able to use these experiences to perhaps learn new sexual techniques which they may not be able to explore in the real world. This is because there is a much greater level of diversity in the sexually explicit content that's available on the internet, as Tsatsou 2011 discusses. This can provide users with alternate narratives to the one society usually prescribes to, which is that of a heterosexual monogamous sexuality. With just a click of the button, you no longer have to be defined as Tia, a well-behaved purebred border collie who enjoys a quiet life in Hawthorne. You can now be reinvented as Tia, a very naughty girl who's into choker chains and ate last week's Sunday's roast while it defrosted on the bench. Being able to express yourself authentically when it comes to identity and your sexuality means that on the internet, people have a real chance of being able to find someone they share a genuine connection with. Manning, 2014, actually backs this idea up in a lot of his studies on online dating, suggesting that users spend a lot of time and effort constructing their identities online through online dating profiles or social media, meaning that sometimes they can actually find more about their authentic identity when they're given the chance to express it. Essentially, the internet provides users with a virtual world where they can discuss the sometimes really delicate concept of sexuality without fear of discrimination or immediate stigma attached to it. It provides a vehicle for individuals to be able to interact with other like-minded people outside of their immediate postcode, culture, or perhaps religion, which I think truly leads the way to start creating authentic relationships, either romantically or sexual.